Hi, I'm Matt. Welcome to Cook Like a Master, the show where we take the greatest chefs, food writers, and home cooks and show you how to cook like them. Today we're making Steve Reichlen's T-bone steak. Steve Raichlen is a master of all things barbecue and grilling. He's traveled the entire world, wrote several cookbooks, all bestsellers, and today we're just going to show you how to make one of his most famous T-bone steaks. T-bone steak is a New York strip and filet mignon on each side with a bone that looks like a T in the middle. That's why it's called T-bone. We have a kettle style grill right here. We're going to use charcoal. Whatever grill you have to do this with, just make sure you follow the manufacturer's instructions. You want to get the heat to medium high, and then you just want to kind of do that for a few minutes to let it warm up. I'm going to show you what it looks like to do a charcoal grill. So this is called a charcoal chimney. You just pour the charcoal all in here. We've got natural lump charcoal, and then you want to just put like newspaper or scrap paper right in the bottom like this to light it up. So we're just going to take regular old paper, crumble it all up. Nothing fancy here, and then kind of wad up into a ball, and then just put right underneath here. And then you just gotta take a lighter and go ahead and light that paper you have here. Once you see smoke kind of rising from the top here, you just want to get a little bit of the charcoal underneath lit up, and then see how this is going really nicely. It's going to take about 30 minutes for all of the charcoal to be white hot. At that point, I'll show you what to do with it. We'll come back once we got this charcoal nice and hot. All right, so now that we've got the charcoal all ready to go, we're going to go ahead and get it on one half of the grill here. You want to sear a steak, so you want all the coals to be kind of in one place. All right, so we got our beautiful T-bone steak right here. Next step is to season it. We're going to keep it very simple with salt and pepper. Make sure to season it liberally because it's a really big steak and it needs a lot of salt. Don't be like skimping on it, you know. So we're just going to go ahead and do that. Just do it enough to cover the whole steak. We're going to season both sides. All right, that's salt. Let's do some pepper. It may seem like a lot, but remember it's a thick steak, so it's going to be perfect for it. All right, next we're going to flip it over and do the same on the other side. All right, salt. And pepper. All right, now we've got our steak seasoned. Let's go ahead and get it on the grill. All right, let's get the steak on the grill. First thing we're gonna do is we gotta go ahead and clean our grates really quick. I like to do that just really quickly. Make sure there's no kind of gunk on the grates. It's best to clean them when you have a hot grill. This is a little metal brush here. We're just gonna clean it off. You know, don't want any food from last season on your steaks or anything, right? All right, we got that going. All right, so to get professional grill marks on your steak, what you want to do is you want to put your steak on the grill like diagonally of the vertical grates. So I'll show you how to do that. Right here you can see the grates go this way, so we're just gonna go a little bit like that. All right, we're gonna do that for 2 minutes, and then we're gonna quarter turn it to get those cross hatches. All right, so let's go ahead and get this guy on. All right, awesome. Already sizzling. We're gonna go ahead and set a timer for 2 minutes. And then we're just going to let that do its thing, and then we'll flip it over quarter turn. All right, so it's been 2 minutes. Let's go ahead and just quarter turn the steak so the grill grates are on the other side. Just like that. We're gonna do that for another 2 minutes and then we're gonna flip it over. We want 4 minutes on each side for a medium rare steak. All right, let's go ahead and get it flipped on the other side. Oh yeah, look at that. Be very careful, it's very hot. And then we're just gonna do the same thing on this side. Go a little bit diagonal of the grates, 2 minutes for each turn, and then we should have a perfectly done steak. All right, last quarter turn here. Gonna go like that with it. All right, last 2 minutes and then we'll go ahead and get the steak off the coals. All right, so the steak has been cooked for 4 minutes on each side. Let's go ahead and get it on the little tray here to rest. If I can get it, there we go. Oh yeah, look at that. Beautiful crust, beautiful cross hatches. We just need it to rest for a little bit because if we cut into it right now, it'll lose all of its juices. So we're gonna just let that sit there for 5 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and prepare the little finisher, the butter and scallions, and then we'll cut into it for you. All right, so the next thing we wanna do is get the butter and green onion mixture nice and hot, so when we pour it over the steak it'll get nice and sizzly and it'll add an extra dimension of flavor. So I've got just a little tiny cast iron pan here with 2 tablespoons of butter. We're just going to go ahead and put that on the grill, and then we have our green onions here. We're just going to go ahead and put these on here when the butter's hot. You want to get it a little bit brown, but you don't want the butter to burn, so just let it sit on the grill for a couple minutes and then it should get foamy and then it should stop foaming. That's when you put that in there. Just cook the scallions for a minute or so, just enough to get some color, and then we're gonna go ahead and take that and pour it on the steak. All right, let's go ahead and get the green onions in. All right, and we're just gonna cook that for just a little bit so the green onions give their flavor into the butter. Like I said, we're gonna pour it onto the steak. The steak has been resting for 5 minutes. There's 2 ways to check the doneness of a steak. You can use a instant read thermometer, and you can also use the poke test. A medium rare steak, which is what we're going for right now, should feel like it should be soft but springy, kind of like, imagine if you put your hand on a trampoline. That's how a medium rare steak should be. We're going to go ahead and check the temperature though, just to be sure. What you want to do is get the probe into the length of the New York strip right here. So we're just going to go ahead and put that in. And that's perfect. We're reading 125 right now, and it's just going up a little bit. Medium rare steak is about 130. This will continue to go up a little bit in temperature because it's been cooked. So we're just going to go ahead and take that out. I wanted to mention too that I have the steak on a cooling rack that is placed inside of a baking sheet because some juices are going to come out and you want the steak to be elevated so it doesn't get soggy on the bottom. So we're just going to go ahead and take the steak, going to put it on our plate here. All right, and then our scallions are looking really good. They're nice and sizzly, and we're just gonna pour this whole thing on the steak, and it's a really cool moment. You should do this with all your families and friends around because it just sizzles and it's just wonderful. All right, here we go. And this is just going to add an extra dimension of flavor. This is what the pros do. Any steakhouse restaurant will always finish their steak somehow with butter or beef fat or anything like that. And that's it. We've got a perfectly cooked steak right here. All we have to do now is cut into it and let's see how we did. All right, so we've got our finished T-bone steak here. We just grilled it 4 minutes on each side. We did the poke test and we did the thermometer test. We're reading perfect medium rare right now, but the proof is in the pudding, so we're gonna go ahead and cut this open. Like I said, there's 2 steaks on here, so what you gotta do is take your knife and you wanna just cut the steak along the bone. Just do the best you can to get it as close to the bone as possible. All right, we got that. And now let's go ahead and get the fillet side too. That was much easier to cut into because it's a really tender piece of steak. All right, go ahead and save this. You could keep the meat, pick it off, or it's really good for stocks too. So let's go ahead and cut into it here. All right, pink in the middle. It should be perfect. Let's go for it. The scallion butter just takes what you would normally think of as a steak and just shoots it through the roof. This is so good. I can't wait to share this with my wife. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed yourself, and I hope even more that you learned how to cook a T-bone steak. You need to try this at home. Impress your friends and family. It's literally as easy as that. Stay tuned. We're going to be uploading videos twice a week. We're going to be on Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell so you get all the notifications, and we'll see you in the next video.